expedition included some of the most notable Spanish navigators, Juan Sebastian Elcano, who lost his life then, and the young Andres de Urdaneta. They reached with difficulty the Moluccas, docking at Tidor. The conflict with the Portuguese, already established in nearby Ternate, started nearly a decade of skirmishes over the possession. Since there was not a set limit to the east in 1524, both kingdoms had tried to find the exact location of the anti-meridian of Tordesillas, which would divide the world into two equal hemispheres, and to resolve the Moluccas issue. A board met several times without reaching an agreement. The knowledge at that time was insufficient for an accurate calculation of longitude, and each gave the islands to their sovereign. An agreement was reached only with the Treaty of Zaragoza, signed in 1529 between Spain and Portugal, attributing the Moluccas to Portugal and the Philippines to Spain. The course that Magellan chartered was followed by other navigators like Sir Francis Drake, and the Manila-Acapulco route was discovered by Andres de Urdaneta in 1565. Magellan's expedition was the first to circumnavigate the globe, and the first to navigate the strait in South America, connecting the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. Its name derived from the Latin name Mare Pacificum, peaceful sea, bestowed upon it by Magellan. Magellan's crew observed several animals that were entirely new to European science, including a camel without humps, which was probably a guanaco, whose range extends to Tierra del Fuego, unlike the llama, vicuña, or alpaca, whose ranges are confined to the Andes Mountains. A black goose that had to be skinned instead of plucked was a penguin. The full extent of the earth was realized, since their voyage was 14,460 Spanish leagues, 60,440 kilometers, or 37,560 miles. The need for an international dateline was established. Upon returning, they found their date was a day behind, even though they had faithfully maintained the ship's log. They lost one day because they traveled west during their circumnavigation of the globe, opposite to the Earth's daily rotation. This caused great excitement at the time, and a special delegation was sent to the Pope to explain this oddity to him. Two of the closest galaxies in the Magellanic clouds in the southern celestial hemisphere were named for Magellan sometime after 1800. The Magellan probe, which mapped the planet Venus from 1990 to 1994, was named after Magellan. In addition, the Ferdinand Magellan train rail car, also known as U.S. Car Number 1, is a former Pullman Company observation car, which was rebuilt by the U.S. government for presidential use from 1943 until 1958. Also, a starship of the TV series Andromeda was named Pax Magellanic in reference of the Magellanic Clouds. As of 2011, various initiatives are being planned to celebrate the 5th centenary of this first circumnavigation of the Earth, among which programs Seville 2019 to 2022 and Sanlúcar de Barrameda 2019 Vasco